Welcome to my views on news. Another video for you. First news story is from Raya, southern Tigray, where curfew has been imposed in a major town of southern Tigray, Alamata. Curfew for specified hours has been imposed in Alamata. Some restrictions on movement have been announced by local government. What is the reason behind imposition of curfew? Because uh, things are moving towards stability in Tigray, Amhara border areas. Uh, are there fears of another attack on Alamata from Makale side? What is the reason behind these new security measures announced by local government? Secondly, viewers, another aid convoy is on its way, this time through Afar towards Tigray. Details for you. And lastly, Oromo Liberation Army today shared pictures of some captured weapons and some government soldiers who were taken prisoner, who were captured during an attack on southern front, southern Oromia. Details for you later in this video. Firstly, viewers, curfew has been imposed for specified hours in Alamata. Alamata is in Raya, southern Tigray. Alamata was under TDF control around 2 months ago, but more than a month ago, Tigray forces had to retreat from Koram, Alamata. Before that, TDF retreated from Vollo. From Kobo, Robert, Gobiye, TDF had to retreat. Then it lost Vaja, Timoga, Koram, Alamata. Since then, Alamata has been under the control of Amhara forces, END. For more than a month, I think now, Alamata has been under the control of government forces, federal forces, Amhara regional forces, Amhara militias too. And electricity has been restored in Alamata, reportedly. Around 2 weeks ago, I think, electricity was restored in Alamata, Koram border areas, Tigray, Amhara border areas. Now, local government has imposed some restrictions in Alamata, which include restrictions on movement of people, movement of vehicles. So there is limited time curfew imposed in Alamata, you can see. Carrying of weapons is banned, sharing of distorted information is banned. Owners of houses, of residential places have been instructed that they must not rent out their houses without approval from authorities. What is the reason behind imposition of curfew, behind announcement of these restrictions in Alamata city? Is the government, federal government, trying to stabilize the city? That is why the new restrictions were announced. Alamata came under federal government, Amhara government control around a month ago. Why is that now curfew is being imposed? It means that there are some developments happening on the ground. Since yesterday, we have been hearing that TPLF was trying to send spies to Alamata. Infiltrators were being sent from Makale towards Alamata and Koram. It was being claimed, it was being alleged. And after that, today we heard about these security measures. It means that some things are happening on the ground. All is not well. There are fears that Tigray regional government, TPLF, could send infiltrators to Alamata, to Koram, and it could be start of preparations for another round of fighting. Because curfews were imposed this year, last year, when Tigray forces were closing in on some places, like TDF was close to Basi last year. Curfew was imposed there in Cambodia too. This year as well, curfew was imposed in Kobo too, in Vuldia. Why? Because Tigray forces were close to the cities. They were making preparations to enter the cities. So that is why curfew was imposed in the cities. So why is that Alamata is being put under restrictions? It means there are fears that an armed confrontation could resume. That is why these security measures are being adopted. Another reason behind imposition of curfew could be movement of Tigrayans from the areas which are under Tigray regional government control towards southern Tigray, towards Koram Alamata. Reportedly, Tigrayans are moving towards the areas which are under ENDF control. Why? Because in these areas, aid is being delivered. Electricity has been restored. Mobile networks could be restored as well. And we are seeing that aid is arriving in these areas of Tigray, which are under ENDF control, mainly. So that is why Tigrayans are reportedly entering Koram, Alamata, and they are moving towards Shire too. Why? Because people are hungry, people want access to food, access to electricity, access to other basic necessities, and Amhara regional government, federal government of Ethiopia, they want to ensure that no infiltrators, no spies enter Alamata in the guise of these common Tigrayans. That is why reportedly the curfew has been imposed in Alamata. Secondly, viewers, another aid convoy is on its way towards Tigray. 12 vehicles of World Food Program carrying food aid have departed a point in Afar region. Through Afar, this convoy is heading towards Mekelle, Tigray's capital, reportedly. The convoy has not arrived in Tigray so far. It is still in Afar. What is the destination of this convoy? Mekelle or some other areas? I think the convoy will arrive in Mekelle first. So far, 8 convoys have arrived mainly in Alamata. Secondly, Mesabre. Thirdly, Shire, where some aid distribution was done. But no aid has arrived from outside Tigray in central Tigray. In Mekelle, 2 ICRC trucks arrived carrying some medical supplies 2 to 3 days ago. So overall, delivery of aid to the areas under Tigray regional government control is very slow. It should be stepped up. Lastly, Oromo Liberation Army today shared some pictures of captured government soldiers. OLA carried out an attack on southern front, which is Guji Oromia. In West Guji zone, Oromo Liberation Army fighters carried out an attack on a military camp of government forces, which is in Abaya district, Sariti village. And 6 captured soldiers have been shown by Oromo Liberation Army. You can see the pictures on your screen. Some weapons, some rifles have also been shown by OLA-backed news sources that these rifles were captured from the military camp in Guji, West Guji, Abaya district. An important phase of OLA's struggle is starting now. ENDF regional forces are going to be focused on the operation against OLA, which has started, which will intensify in coming days. Can OLA survive this operation? That remains to be seen. Regional federal forces tried to strike a decisive blow to OLA a few months ago before the start of fighting in northern Ethiopia. But OLA could not be completely eliminated, but it came under pressure. It lost territories in western Oromia, mainly in southern Oromia. Now in Valaga, we are seeing movement of Ethiopian National Defense Force from mainly from BG, reportedly from Afar region as well. ENDF and Oromia regional forces, they're going to launch a major operation against OLA in western Oromia. In southern Oromia, OLA was weakened, I think, in the last operation, which was conducted around 3 to 4 months ago. But Valaga is still their stronghold. Can they manage to survive when a major offensive on the organization OLA is going to start? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.